Hello everyone, and welcome to our next match of Rain World Bingo. This match specifically going to be between Cozy Gifts and Sky and Elred and Nex Ivy. Thank you all for being here for this match, and thank you all for helping out with the match, either by participating, just watching, or volunteering as well. Right now with me is Polar Cat.
Hi.
And we are going to be spinning the Wheel of Slugcats here in just a moment when it decides that it wants to spin. There we go. So our runners today are going to be playing Survivor, because of course they are. And we're going to ask them if they are okay with that before we go forward with anything else. So what do you think about normal Survivor being the character chosen here, Polar Cat? Would you have preferred to see something like Artificer for this run? We had Monk for the previous match as well.
I think Survivor is fine because, yeah, there's not really any perks to Survivor, so it'll be a cool match. Because it'll be more up to the participants rather than the skills of the Slugcat.
Yes. Alright, we are going to be setting up the match for them. We're going to take just a moment here. Both teams are okay with running with Survivor, so we're going to continue with it. This is additionally an updated version of the bingo mod, so we may see some things that are slightly different from the match that we had earlier. And so we're excited to potentially see what happens, as well as some changes to visuals as well. As we wait for our teams to join here, we are going... Oh, we're going to wait just a little bit longer. Alright, we're going to change over to the main scene now and see on what our runners are doing as they start seeing the board here. Alright, so I am going to now randomize the board for everyone. And this will be our board for the match today. I'm already seeing some interesting things going on here. A lot of stealing things from tolls I'm noticing in the top right there. Do you see anything that you find particularly interesting in this setup we have, Polar Cat?
Maybe we should reroll the stealing from tolls so they're not in the same column.
Could potentially do that.
Because you could just get two squares at the same time.
It is still the... We'll be talking with production here of which squares we want to re-roll. But the runners will have about 10 minutes here to think about what they want to do. And what squares we potentially want to change. For the people in the chat that are watching you today, what do y'all think of these squares that we have here? Do you think any should be re-rolled? Are you seeing anything that you were thinking about as well? I'm also kind of looking at the interesting square of use a lily puck to kill a kelp. Because it's only one, that one's pretty cool. Is that the Farmer Rays Pearl? It is the Bright Red Pearl from Farmer Rays, yes. I don't know if that's the Deer Pearl, actually.
I think it is.
What is the color of the other pearl?
It's pink.
It is pink. Okay.
The eat bat flies looks pretty easy to do.
Well, sometimes I think that's as 3 bat flies actually. Sometimes it's good just to have an easy one. Maybe we change this one up, however. I like your idea of 8 there. Just because they can only eat 7 in the first cycle. I believe they start with 0 food. So this requires them to go between 2 different cycles. So Sky Island's Pearl to Moon here. Can someone explain to me what the one with the Squid-Cicada on it has to do, please? So the one in the bottom left is the same as the one in the top right here. Like, oh, totally bottom left. And that being, you have to transport a Squid-Cicada, or a jetfish in this case, out of the respective region talked about. And this one is actually transport to Subterranean, and this one is out of Farmer Rays.
And Survivor even carry jetfish up the ladders.
No, they cannot. I think we are going to re-roll that one. We'll see what we get here. We're not doing that one. That is take a yeek to Subterranean. We could do that one actually. I think this stays within the same challenge. A Vulture Grub out of Industrial, though, is very interesting. Nacu seems to suggest we get rid of the Don't Eat a Centipede challenge, which I'm starting to think about as well here. Looks like we got a Shoreline Vista. Very interesting. Also, we already got a kind of interesting setup here. Enter all regions like Farm Rays, and we have transport a white Squid-Cicada out of Farm Rays. I think we will stay with that. Which Slugcat are we playing? We are playing as the Survivor today. I have been told that we should increase the total points for creature kills. I don't know how much we increase this, really. I'm also seeing the amount of points from creature kills in one cycle is at 110, which is a lot if you really don't have that amount of experience. I think we're going to increase the total up to 200, however. As we communicate with production to see what else they feel like they want to change. We do also have, you're talking about the Escapist Bite in chat. Which I'm also thinking about re-rolling, because that is a difficult square to get here. A lot harder than you think it is for the game to think that you actually have escaped a bite of a Leviathan. Alright, teams still have another 2 minutes here. We think we're going to swap some positions for some squares and then give them some extra time here. Also going to lower down the amount of points here. We're not going to go too crazy down unless we production thinks we should after talking about it a bit. Bingo's bird begin the practicing their techs to escape the bites. The main thing is really to have a jetfish to escape the bites. And then even then, sometimes it doesn't always count. You also have to save after you get it. So it's taken a lot more there. Also noticing a lot of transport creatures thing. Bottom right, that's 5 gates. We've also changed the wording on things, so it now has to be the same black squid cicada through 5 gates. Now that squid cicada does not have to be alive, is one thing that we have been told. I don't know if we do that square. I've got to be honest. That's like the run is ending, we just need to do squares kind of square.
We should probably change either the don't enter farmways, the farmways pearl, because that row is unobtainable right now.
The main thing about it is one player can still get the enter all regions except farm raise, while the other one gets getting the farm raise pearl.
Yeah,
it
true.
Is a thing you could do. Also, yes, the pearl is the one in farm arrays for production, we're asking. So right now, we're being told we should probably change the location of this square and this one. It's going to take a little bit to move that around, but I will be setting that up. Not sure where the stealing items is here. Might be scroll to the bottom. Where? Stealing items. I can't read, guys. I believe that was exactly what it was. I might be wrong about that. We're waiting for confirmation from production here before we continue. Also, something that I'm thinking about, there is getting the Safari unlock for Outskirts there. That is not one you really think about.
That one shouldn't be too hard though, because it's on the way to farm arrays as well, and we have a few farm arrays related bingo squares.
Okay, I've re-rolled that a few times, and we got Vista Point in the exterior. I don't know how I feel about this one either. That one's not great. So the main thing about Vista and Exterior, and really any of the Vistas, is the Vistas can be one of 3 places. And we do not know which one. And we actually had the last match had 2 different Vistas elude teams. So that could be quite a long delay there. Alright, we're making sure on the last thing. A lot we were thinking about changing here. We could have gone with the initial board, but we've decided that a few things that were a bit better for the match. And for the viewing experience for people. Alright, we are going to go with changing. Oh, we could choose the exact room, huh? Very interesting. I thought it was just choose a region, but no, we can choose the exact room. If I roll this again, I see. I don't know which rooms these are. We're looking for specific region right now. What is the... There are vistas and shaded, yes? What is the acronym for shaded?
It's SH.
It is SH. For some reason, I did not think it was. Let's get an SH in there. On a random roll. A lot of not shaded. Alright, I don't know which room that is. No one look at it. No one look at it. Alright, we've decided that is the final board, and at the 35-minute mark, we will start. So what... Is there any... If you were a runner in this match, Polar Cat, is there any row, column, or diagonal that really captures your interest? This one seems rough to me. A lot of doing a lot of stuff, or just really hard squares, like 5 gates for a squid cicada. Anything specific that you like? That you might think about?
I haven't really been looking at the board that much, but this does look like a difficult board. I think the one with the 2 vistas looks doable, except the farm raise, that will take a while.
Yes. Alright, we're gonna do actually one last thing. We're gonna be nice to everyone. We're gonna change that to 4 gates. Being nice today, guys. Surely they will enjoy that. So we will start in 2 minutes here. Bat flag grabbing rush, let's go. They have to eat 8 of them, remember. That's 2 cycles of eating. which means they have to go to 2 different groups of bat flies, because once they eat one from a group of bat flies, they won't respawn next cycle. Or at least I believe it's a less chance to. People are saying second column looks good. So here's the thing, guys. We don't necessarily spawn in outskirts. We don't know where we're gonna spawn. We could be in Metro. I hope we're in Metro. Just the thought of it is so great to me. You guys woke me up at 3 a.m. We're gonna be here for the full 2 hours. Alright. We played as Survivor? We are playing as Survivor. Because this is Expedition, you can spawn as a random location in Metro as Survivor. That is possible. So hello, lowercase v, and hello everyone else here who may be new to seeing our Rain World Bingo matches. This is our second match. For people who want to see the bracket, I will be posting it in chat. Alright, we're going to be starting a countdown here. Alright, we are beginning. Surely it is a good place. This is industrial, isn't it? I believe it is.
Isn't that the first shelter?
Oh no, it's the first sheltered outskirts. Nice.
We had the same spawn
Of course
last time.
it was. Did we really? Okay. Very strange. We'll continue with it. I don't know if that was supposed to happen, or maybe I did not set the other thing. But it is all good. Very interested to see the batfly eating strats here.
Who do you think will get it first?
Well, it's whoever saves first. That's gonna be the main thing. So there is the main gamble of who wants to save immediately and leave the region and do other things, and who wants to go for more and more squares. I don't really... As I understand, the Safari unlocks on the right side. I'd go there immediately, as I believe you... I don't remember, actually. No, you do have to save after you get the Safari unlocked. So you do not get it immediately after getting it, but it is a quick one to get out. Red is the first here to save. Very excited Batfly mode. Is it Safari near cicadas? I don't know. I guess it is.
Further to the left.
Okay, it is. Okay. There's like, I guess I'm thinking of the Spearmaster.
It's like down the cliff.
Spearmaster set up on the right. Okay. Alright, we've got both a blue team here saving. Well, red team, we have Sky saving. It looked like we had Elred starving as well. I don't know why you'd want to do this, except for maybe they're really wanting to leave the region. I believe Elred is thinking they can Karma Cache, which I do not believe they actually can, which they cannot. They were able to get the Eat the Batfly squares, however, on Sky's team, just because of how fast they immediately went out to go eat those extra Batflies, which is very good. It looks like Cozy got the unlock as well, so right now, Red Team's really cleaning up on getting all of the easy-to-get squares right in the area, so that's 2 in a row as well here. So everyone was talking about second column, and I believe you. There's not too much you have to do here. It's just now knowledge. It's really more knowledge on where the chimney vistas are and where a good hazer is. You can go right into drainage and get one, but maybe you don't want to go in there.
Oh, there is one in Farmerace, which would be pretty helpful.
Chimney challenge got locked out for next for some reason. I am not sure if I saw that correctly. It just seemed like the Batfly square to me. But we'll have to check that in a moment.
Isn't there a hazer in Outskirts?
Also just clicked off the... getting the Safari square, even though they have not saved yet. They've now saved. Which is a little odd. Okay, looks like we do have an issue with this version, given how all the squares just immediately activated. So we're gonna have people pause here. That was intense. Intense match, everyone. They won immediately. Alright. We may have to remake the match here. I am unsure as to why all of those squares completed like that. But we are trying a new version here. We're going to go to an intermission screen and we'll talk to y'all in just a moment. So we'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We're back. So we are on a different version of the game. I also remade the entire board as it was. Now, there is one thing that is different that we do want everyone to know. Is that the top left square, instead of a noodle fly, is in fact a vulture grub now. Otherwise, we are going to start again, which means that we could get a different spawn location. Also from before, we had El Red try to Karma Cache, and we are going to remind everyone that we do not allow this, and it is also not even possible with Expedition as it is. Alright, we're going to start in just a moment. As we're going to let everyone settle in for a bit, let the runners understand what's going on before we start here. So yes, hello everyone in chat. Hope you're doing alright. The start of this match took a lot longer than we expected from a few different technical issues. But for the most part, it was remaking this board correctly. Alright, we are going to be starting here. Now, remember, we could start anywhere, but I have a feeling we might actually start in the same exact place. And we did start in the same exact place. I wonder if that is a byproduct of the host being a spectator. It isn't actually random. It should be very interesting if that is in fact the case. Although, also for everyone, just so you are aware, it may look like Next Ivy is a bit slower than everyone, but is actually because they have a bit more delay, because they are the runner that we are getting audio from. And they have slightly more delay because of that. Should probably get fixed. Well, right now, we are not going to worry about it for this match, and we're just going to see how it plays out. We are working on a lot of different things with this mod, and making sure that the runners can just play their game is the most important thing right now, as having the entire second column just finish for blue team, saying that red team won immediately, was not what we were looking for. Right now, Next Ivy and Sky deciding to save immediately, with last time Sky being able to get the Eat the Batflies really fast. I question if blue team this time is actually going to save immediately. Also, hello everyone from the raid. Hello Eve. Hope you're doing well. I hope stream was good. Got a lot of practice from then. Hello Giga from Japan as well. For people who do not know what they are watching right now, we can try to explain. Although I understand if there's a lot of Japanese speakers from the raid here, it may not make total sense. But essentially, we are running a tournament using a new mod that is based off of Expedition. Use a lot of challenges from Expedition. And so there are 25 challenges that are tracked. And first team to get a bingo, essentially, will win the match. Otherwise, it is first to 13 squares, that being a majority amount of squares, when neither team is able to properly get a bingo. And I almost forgot, we're going to actually start the timer here. Now it's a real match, but we've got a timer. I don't think we've really seen much different actually happen here. I didn't actually notice if Cozy got the unlock like they did last time, but it appears that Sky is still going to be locking in that Batfly square for them. Safari, Cozy just got the Safari. Alright, thank you for the help there. Cozy still needs to save, however. I'm not sure what Elred's been doing, so I'm mostly looking at what Sky's been doing here and been hearing what Next Ivy's been doing. So what do you think, Polar Cat? If you are blue team here, would you have tried to stop red team from getting the 2 squares that they got? They still got the 2 squares they got last time, so I guess it doesn't matter. I feel like with any of these, personally, I'd want to leave the region immediately and do squares that are just slightly out of bounds. But what would be the number 1 thing that you're looking at if you were to start this match, Polar Cat?
Probably do the easiest quest first.
So you'd want to eat those bat flies really, really fast? And then...
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Because otherwise the other team gets them basically for free. So
it's definitely a big thing. I think that Safari unlock square is definitely the bigger ones. Any on a diagonal is very important because there's 3 different things.
I think blue team should be trying to block off red team now. And Elred is in industrial.
So hello Raiders from Celeste. How's it going? How was stream today? Were you playing more Celeste with Celeste? I hope that went very well. We're playing bingo here, and after some technical difficulties, we're restarting. It is Elred, Next Ivy versus Cozy and Sky. Right now, it's just going how we had it on our first initial false start. That being Cozy and Sky got 2 in a row here and are really looking for that second column. And we've got to think about how Elred and Next Ivy are going to stop them. It looks like Next Ivy's really thinking about drainage here, potentially for that bringing a hazer through multiple gates. Also, if there's any questions from chat, please let me know, so we may answer them, because this is a new mod that will eventually be publicly available. Right now is specifically for this match, however, for this tournament. Looks like Next Ivy's having some problems with the lizards and the pole plants here. I really do hope they decide to go back into drainage here. You've got to stop that column. However, now they're really putting on the pressure here, Cozy and Sky, on the 4th row here. Who made the mod? Nacu is making the mod. Right now is in a decently stable state, but there's a few more features that we want to add before we fully publish it out. But the event will be running with the mod active for the duration. Everything's been going alright, just had a bit of time that we lost from earlier. I'm not sure what Next Ivy's plan here is. Also, so everyone knows, every player has 1 passage, which means they can teleport to a shelter they've been to previously 1 time. And so knowing how people use that is going to be to their advantage or disadvantage if they use it at a bad time. So one of the main things that we've seen people do in the previous match, because it's our second match here, is them use it just to get enough karma at the beginning of the match just to leave the starting area. Not seeing that too much. Elred's in a rough spot here, although there seems like they're able to kill that 1 pink lizard.
It looks like for some reason no one is going for chimney.
That is kind of interesting. The three vistas here are also things that I'm really thinking about. That being the chimney and shaded ones especially, the 9 squares in the middle, I feel like are the most valuable. And outside of going for easy squares, you'd be wanting to thinking about those. It looks like we've got the new Tatching Egg square in the bag as well. While Next Ivy's still in outskirts here.
Maybe they're
I'm
going for
sure.
farm raise.
Yes, that would be a good plan to get that. That stops that column, and neither Cozy nor Sky can stop them from getting that. However, it's not a very good position square, which is why I was really thinking about the Hazer square. It stops them from winning, but doesn't do too much otherwise. Cozy in drainage, I believe they got a Hazer. Looks like Sky is going to be going over to Chimney. Oh, I did not notice that's what Elred did. Bring a grub out of Industrial. I wasn't even looking at that square. That blocks the diagonal and the column and the row for red team. So a lot of blocks. Has some squares for later. Next Ivy, please be trying to... I don't think they meant to eat that mushroom, actually, if they're trying to overpay the toll. Elred being in garbage waste. Big thing's gonna be... Looks like they were thinking about that top right to bottom left diagonal. Which, even if they can't fully get it, now that red team has the Safari unlock for outskirts, it is still something to think of. Where can Carmelis be encountered as Survivor? I don't actually remember. I believe there is one in Subterranean that replaced a green lizard, however. We're going to look at that. Ooh, unfortunate stabbage from Nex Ivy here. The gutter, perhaps? No. I don't believe there's anything but eel lizards there. Oh, the one near the gutter. Yeah, I think you're right. It's not... I wouldn't consider that part of the gutter. But, yeah, the little connection to the gutter there. I'm suddenly starting to think about popping popcorn here. I feel like if you're cozy, if you're really into it, really, really thinking about it, I'm going to be probably trying to kill things, and I'm going to pop the popcorn that I'm right nearby right now. Oscar by Farmer Gate? Nope, those are 2 green lizards. Those stay as green lizards. Remember, the spawns are different between Survivor and Monk. Looks like Next Ivy is still having some problems here in Outskirts. Red's making really good progress in Garbage Waste. Not thinking about those 2 popcorns right next to each other. Realize their issue and going back. Use the cloud jump to get over to it. Very good use of tech here. 2 popcorns. Very good. Okay, Next Ivy was able to reconnect. All good. I don't know what you do if you're Next Ivy now. Getting yourself out of a rut where you're like, alright, the other teams have probably gotten some decent distance and I'm still in the starting area. What can I do? You gotta do something weird, or you just stay with the plan and you pretend nothing happens. Look like Sky accidentally had a death here. That is unfortunate, but it allows blue team to catch up. Don't know how much stuff that Elred traded to that scavenger merchant. But the center square, trade 19 points worth of stuff to the scavenger merchant. Very important. Elred also, for people who don't know, is a score runner. They know how to kill things better than anyone. So I believe they are going for the 80 points in one cycle. That squid through 4 gates goal is scary, honestly. It used to be 5. We were nice to them. We put it down to 4, just for them. Also, so if people cannot read it, top left is drop a vulture grub into the depths pit. So that one-way pit down to depths. Elred going back up to the scavenger merchant. Not what I expected. It looks like they're probably going to try to get spears and bring them back up to them. Cozy going back to save in drainage. I haven't fully been paying attention to what's going on with them. I'm not sure what they've accomplished. But Sky getting to Chimney is very good. Think about its really cool challenges. Yes, it would be really cool to see some of the others as crafting items as gourmand is something on the menu in the future. So I know we've always had the underdog story, so we're thinking about Blue. How are they going to come back? But if you were in the lead like this, Polar Cat, what are you thinking about? Are you just thinking about, all right, I'm comfortable, we're just going to kind of do the easy things, or are you going to specifically look for doing the hard things to finish a bingo now with this lead? Because you've got 2 different ways that you have 2 in a row right now. You don't really know where the enemy is.
Yeah, I'll probably just try and finish the goals that we already have, but also try and get some other ones in case they get blocked.
Also, we heard that sound there. That's the sound of the enter every region except Farm-Arrays square failing for Nex Ivy. Nex Ivy, the only person to enter Farm-Arrays. I think this is the best play that they can be doing right now. I think that's what they were going for.
They can get the Squidcator out of Farm-Arrays and get the Pearl, they block 2 of Red's bingos.
That would be very good. So if I'm Nex Ivy, I'm feeling really good that I actually was able to save here.
But the Red Pearl is notoriously difficult.
Yes. However, with Downpour, it is a bit easier to actually get to.
Yeah, you don't have to go back on the reindeer.
You can just keep going forward, which is very nice. Looks like next time I accidentally quit out. Should be able to connect back just fine. Almost got bitten by a blue lizard here with Sky. Cozy was able to save again. Looks like they're back at outskirts. Ivy's thinking about these Squidcigatas here, but they were not able to get one. That jumps hard if you're not used to it. Elred's getting close to shoreline here. I think the cool thing about here is with Elred being the only one getting to shoreline, they can get the vista point, and then later on, if it becomes useful, the passage back after you get the Skylands Pearl could be very good.
Looks like Sky has found the vista point in Chimney.
Oh, very good. Very good for them it was there and not one of the other places. So they're... I don't know how to explain the room. One of the vista points can be in the room that is a one-way jump. And if you don't get it on that jump or you fall and die, you then have to go and get it again. However, it looks like you actually don't need to save after getting it. So it's much easier for red team here to just lock that in. Next Ivy here, however, getting the very important block on that second column in just a moment here. If they do get a white squid cicada out of farm arrays, I feel like they are not really thinking about it, which is fine, because they're thinking about getting the pearl. But if I'm L-Red and X-Ivy, I'd be talking like, alright, what are they doing? They just got 3 in a row. One of them could have gone to drainage and they're about to get the other thing. What is the other person doing on their team? Maybe we need to block that square right now and not worry about the get the farm arrays pearl square. It looks like L-Red just needs to save to lock in the... bring a hazer through gates here. However... very big update. So if next I can get that squid cicada. Also, what were you thinking? Polar cat? Looks like they opened popcorn plants as well. Didn't know there was that many in garbage. If L-Red didn't get those squares, I don't know how Blue could have gotten back. Very good timing on that. Ivy going for that pearl. They do not appear to be aware of how to jump over there, which is really unfortunate. You have to pounce over this. You cannot just jump over. Honestly, it's probably for the best that they die here, just so they can get that bring a squid cicada out of farm array square. Looks like L-Red next have a thinking about what squares they want to do next, given that they've paused here. Wonder what they are thinking. I feel like if you are L-Red, you forget everything and you just go for that middle row. And you actually tell Next Ivy, hey, go back into outskirts. Steal the spears from the toll in outskirts. Forget what you're doing. We need that center row. The only problem is, how do we get the 80 points kills in one cycle? I think L-Red was probably getting decently close to it, but they were not able to get it. I think a middle row is really Blue's only option here for a bingo. I think next Ivy is having trouble with the extra stuff. If you're nervous in one of these runs, don't do the weird stuff. If you're not used to sliding on these sections, just do a pounce. Also, you shouldn't slide here because slopes exist and they hate you. And they will eat all of your movement. So just take it slow. I heard a square ping, but I don't know why. Looks like... I don't know what happened with Sky's room, but the whole armory just exploded. It's like one weird thing is that Sky's board has not updated with the blue squares there. Oh, no, now it has. Okay. That's probably due to them dying and then respawning there. Looks like Next Ivy really wants this. Get the Farmer Raise Pearl. I think this is definitely a match for other teams to look at. What is the best choice here? Do you go for mass squares? Or do you go for the bingo? Is the biggest question. Because I think if you're blue here, you go for the bingo in the center row. However, if you want to go for mass squares, getting the square that Next Ivy is going for, getting the pearl, is very important. However, Next Ivy was delayed enough for Cozy to get here. And now it is kind of anyone's game here of who's going to get it first. Looks like Elred has found the Vista in Shoreline. One thing also to note, the steel pearls from a toll is really easy, by the way. You just take the pearls off of the deer skull itself.
But how would you reach them and not die?
So for the one in Outskirts, there's a giant pole next to it. And generally, the resistance in Outskirts isn't that bad either way. So we're kind of still on the race between Next Ivy and Cozy here. Sky's in a rough spot, as they were before. I believe Elred was in the same position. This is not a place you want to stay around just because of the 4 lizards and the vulture that I understand that are here.
Cozy has the pearl now, so they just have to save and they have that square. This platforming here can be difficult.
If Cozy messes up here, Next Ivy still has a chance to stop it. However, Next Ivy was a bit too greedy on it and tried to jump off far too early. They should have waited for it to turn around again. You also really don't want to be in the center clump of deer antlers, because you'll just re-grab it yourself. You need to stop holding up when you jump and then tap up again when you are away from the deer antlers. So unfortunate situation for Next Ivy here. This allows Red Team to get a bit of a lead as Cozy is much more comfortable moving through farm arrays. At this point, if you're Elred, what are you thinking? What do you want to tell your teammate? Because I do feel like at this point you're like, ooh, I don't know. I think you still keep going for it to block it, but then you don't know, because you're blue team, you don't know that red team's about to get the pearl square that Next Ivy's going for. But when it happens, yeah. I think you need to tell Next Ivy, hey, you need to steal spears from the outskirts toll.
Or the pearl one.
The pearl one could help, but that would block that row. I did not realize that. Honestly, both would work, but even just taking the pearls would block it for you. Cozy's about to get back, and they're also going to get the other farm arrays square of taking the squid cicada through a gate out of farm arrays. Blue, if Elred plays their cards right, is going to get the Scavenger Merchant square in the middle, as they've already traded with a Scavenger Merchant a bit in Garbage Wastes. And there's another one immediately right here in Shaded. And that blocks off Next Ivy's gold there. Now that they've seen that they can no longer get that square, They need to completely change up their game plan. They probably know they're going to bring the squid out of Farmeray's square as well. Third column is going to also be good, but first and third column are not great just because you got to bring things to Moon. It's a lot of work. And you got to do a lot of coordination with your team. If you're Alred, I'm definitely telling my teammate, hey, steal pearls or steal spears from a toll, and then I'm going to kill everything. And I'll get the merchant thing. However, the merchant does not appear to be here. Oh, there it is. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. They really needed that. I think they are all good on that front. It looks like it is blinking blue for them. So they just need to save to lock that in. It's like Cozy's actually going to mess this all up for blue team, as they've already gotten over into outskirts as Next Ivy is trying to block them. If something bad happens to Cozy here, Next Ivy will have the chance to get it up and block them. Cozy is going back for some reason for more pearls. I have a feeling they don't know they can just take the pearls off of the deer skull. I believe you can also just take the spears on the ground, and it counts as stealing.
Now next phase also in the toll room.
It's like Alred found the Vista in Shaded as well. Interesting. The one problem with taking this is you now broadcast where one of your players are. I don't know if Cozy took a pearl or a spear from anything. Just kind of seeing what's going on here. I think all the scavengers are really mad at Cozy, but I cannot tell. If I'm Cozy, I'm killing things. Oh, they just took the pearls and now they're running. They are not going to take spears. Looks like they've already got the progress for the square because they picked up 2 pearls. Next Ivy is in the land war with the scavs, comparative to how Cozy played it, where they were friends with them for a really long time. Looks like all the scavengers are dead, except for one. Very good play. It's not dead, though. Cannot panic like that. The worst thing you can do against a scavenger is constantly be standing up straight and jumping. If you're in this bad situation and you need to secure a kill, you're laying down into their body and you're just spamming grab and throw. You cannot let the fear take hold or allow yourself to be a big target, because you jumping up and down just makes it really easy. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I think Elred's really going for these kills here, from what it looks like. He's even going for the kelp here in Shaded. There's not good kills here in Shaded. If I'm Elred, I'm like, I need to be in Industrial for these kills right now. There's not good kills here. I don't know what karma Next Ivy has. I believe they still have a passage, however. Cozy's still not saved. But the fact that they didn't steal spears from the toll still allows blue team a chance to win here. Next Ivy's about to learn that what they're doing right now is not going to matter, as Cozy's going to get 2 of the 3 squares they can get here.
Getting the kill with the kelp would be pretty huge for blue. But there might not be enough in Shaded. I think the best place to do that would be in Pride Valley.
You just need to do the final hit with one. I don't know where these lily pucks are, but I believe you can stab it once with a spear and then once with a lily puck. I
think they have 3
unsure
health,
if you needed
so...
to hit it with 2. Okay, I don't think it's that much. Rain World Kelp. Let's find out. together. I believe they have 2 out. They have 2.5. Okay. That makes sense. Looks like blue team, these squares are good. They did kill a kelp with a lily puck. That is so perfect. X-Ivy still having issues with the toll, which is okay for now. But
Game
blue
is
team
really close now.
completely blocked everything. So now they're the only team that can actually get a bingo. Red team just has to get squares or block the other team. I'm not sure. Sky's just been in an unfortunate situation still in garbage waste. You just want to be anywhere else right now, I feel like, if you're them. Unless they're trying to tame this Karma, which I did not realize that's where they're going for. I hate taming things in garbage waste. If I have to tame things outside of certain specific locations, I'm just like, no. However, you don't actually have to get them back to your den. You just need to tame them enough that they would follow you. And so then the square will go off. Elred using what I believe to be the first passage of the run. Where are they going to go, however? I believe you want to go somewhere where you can get kills and you can steal spears from a toll. That's what I want to do right now. The one problem with this is if somehow red team is able to stop you, I don't know how I'm doing the third column. IV passages, same shelter earlier? Okay. Cozy's a bit surrounded by lizards here. More of a delay than anything. If you've played that if you have not played that section Cozy have gone through, you probably would die there. The way I kind of saw them play it is someone who knows the issues that that area can cause. We'll see how Cozy deals with stealing these spears. It's like Elred decided not to go into garbage waste, which I'm a little surprised about. I feel like I'm going for stealing spears and killing things in garbage waste, but maybe they're just wanting to kill things in industrial. But if what you're saying is right, Nacu, red team has both of their passages while blue team has neither. This game goes too long. I could see red team winning simply because they can do the deliver items to moon squares.
And red still technically has more squares right now, even though they can't get a bingo.
So if I'm red, I'm feeling pretty good, but you still gotta block these squares, so Sky's really working on taming this guy. The one problem that I see that they're having is... Well, I guess they're going to get it here in a second. One, this water is horrible. Two, don't feed lizards living things. Feed them dead things. And don't do it in water. Please. Also, yes, I am surprised to see no one bombed the toll. I was expecting Elred to stay in garbage waste and bomb the toll. It is a out-of-the-way area. There's basically a straight line from industrial to shoreline, and then there's the gut of garbage waste. That is where that toll is. It is very annoying to get to, even though it is connected to shaded. Who knows that? Who goes that way? I don't think you really can as Survivor. Looks like Sky did get the caramel. They just need to save now. Missed what happened to Cozy here, but I assume they got the steel spears. So this is a full block from red here, and now it's a scramble just for squares. Thinking about what Next Ivy's plan is here. Alright, looks like blue team's gonna see that their stuff is blocked. If I'm Elred... Oh, that's unfortunate. Another death for Elred. Right next to a shelter, too. I wasn't sure if they were going for kills there. However, I feel like they were. At this point, I maybe am not worrying about it, but I also really want those squares, so I'm definitely still going for those kills. And I'm probably telling Next Ivy, hey, go to Sky Islands. Put a grub in your stomach for later, or you bring the Sky Islands Pearl, and then you just go to Moon, or you get these really long ones. I don't know where or how you really want to do these 4 Squid Cicada Gate, which I can't believe is actually becoming a factor right now. Because I really hope Elred gets both of the squares. And then we have Next Ivy potentially going up to Sky Islands, which would be the best thing. Seems like Next Ivy is just trying to leave this place. Because they've died a lot here. They've been unable to move anywhere. Cozy has taken the Black Squid Cicada and has decided, this is my life now for 4 gates. So we're going to figure out how that goes. Red has 10 squares. They only need 3 more to win. Our Red unfortunately took another death. This feels really bad in this situation. How many squares until win? You have to have majority, so 13. So the thing I'm thinking about for this bring Squid Cicada through gates is you can just go back through the gate. So maybe I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go through the gate to Industrial. Then I go into Chimney, then I save. Then I go back into Industrial from Chimney, and then I go to Shaded and then save. Then I go back to Industrial, and then I go to Garbage Waste or Pipe Yard. And that gets me the 4. Another death for Next Ivy. This toll is the worst thing ever for them. It's such an unfortunate situation. I know this horrible situation they're in. Because this spot right here, outside of the Farm-Raised Gate, is very annoying. Because there's not a lot of food nearby other than the popcorn. You can starve. Or you just go to Sky Islands, which I feel like you do here. Like, what do you accomplish by going to Outskirts at this point? Thinking about what Elred really wants here. I feel like if I'm Elred, I'm going for kills. I'm going to get a grub in my stomach. Maybe I go back into Garbage Waste. Death for Cozy here. I missed what happened. Any delay on red team, blue just needs so much. So if you're a blue team here, Polar Cat, what are you thinking about? So if you're in Next Ivy's position, do you think you should keep going and try to get through Outskirts? Or are you thinking about Alright, I'm going to try to get up to Sky Islands. I know the path through farm arrays is quite hard. Is that something you're more comfortable with?
I think Sky Islands, because well, I actually quite like Sky Islands, and you could do the Pearl, and then you could go for the Neuron, and they both go on the moon, so you get 2 squares. But blue team is 3 squares behind, so it's
Anything that can get a death for both red team players here. And for Elred. Looks like next Ivy got enough food and is going back to try to get in the outskirts. It's like regardless, they will be trying to continue to go this way. Maybe they're thinking about grub to depths, but I'm unsure. Maybe it is
neither of the point squares have been taken.
Which I am a little surprised about. I do think Elred is trying their best to do that. Now, I thought that Elred already used their passage. It appears that they are using their passage here to go to outskirts. We'll have to check that if there was an issue with the mod or not. But I did not think they still had a passage. I don't know what just pinged there, but I do not believe it should have. I think it still shows that every time someone enters farmer is. Alright, it's very late. I need to actually drink water here. Get passage back after some items? I do not believe it is so. X-Ivy cannot catch a break here. I feel like you do every precaution you can to not... just wait. I think one of the biggest things that people don't really think about is you don't need to progress. You can just wait for the issue to go away. In case of these lizards, they're going to fight the scavengers, and then they're just going to not be there anymore. But I know you're always going to take the gamble. It's just the curse of this toll here. Even with the updated version, you can have a lot of issues. Looking at what Cozy and Sky here are doing, I believe Sky found a squid cicada here, which I forgot there are any in garbage waste, honestly.
I think Cozy might be going for points now.
Seems like it. It's a little surprising you would actually go in here. Elred had a death as well. So we all know Cozy is evil and now has an explosive spear. What crimes will they commit? I don't know why they're going to this shelter. A recommendation I have for everyone: never go to this shelter unless there literally is about terrain. There's no reason to ever go to this shelter because there's one next to every gate that matters, and this one's just in the middle of industrial. This one's going to be useful if they're locking in a square, but I do not believe they are. Unless they're just getting mass points in. It's a nice shelter, Ice. Wrong.
Is it the closest one to Pipe Yard?
I suppose it is. But I'd just go in Pipe Yard and then save in Pipe Yard at that point.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
also the
know.
gate is Karma 4, which is really high.
Yes. Potentially that, as we've had a lot of deaths from a lot of players here. Pipe yards doesn't exist? True. I don't... If Cozy actually goes to the pipe yard, that would be very surprising. Still, I think the best thing that I've seen of this match is Elred. I don't even know where they got the Hazer from. Was able to take it 2 gates. I believe they got it in garbage wastes, which I actually forget where that would be.
I think some in the
And
bottom.
okay. And they also got the kill a kelp with a Lillipuck in shaded, which I have never would have thought of that location. If I'm thinking that, I'm just like, alright, I'm going to drainage and I'm killing the one right next to subterranean. But yeah, that would be a hard setup. Looks like next IV may actually be going out to Sky Islands. We will find out. I might just be getting the batflies here for food, however. I feel like if I die again as XIV, I might just starve and try to go through the gate instead. Gaia looks like they passaged to Chimney. I hope they put the grub in their stomach. Otherwise, they're potentially going up to steal a neuron from Pebbles or going to Sky Islands. Or maybe just going to every region except Farmer Rays. Again, it's also, as Nasu said, surprised no one's gotten the 200-point challenge. Nobody's really been killing anything. It's more that everyone's been dying. Is the big thing. I believe Alred's been going for it for a while. Cozy is definitely going for it right now, however. And I believe
Yeah, I
they're
think they're
at
going for vultures now.
they're at a good standing, especially with that green list. Green list is actually a good amount of points. I forget how many. But just any
I think
over
it's
10.
11.
Yes. Any over 10 is very useful. Farmer Vultures here. I usually don't think about the armory nearby and then coming here to kill things, but I see the usefulness for it. Baiting these vultures into this corner. You just gotta hope you don't hit the mask. Looks like they got him this time. However, they're falling on the other side. I don't believe they will die to that. Fortunately, next Ivy died to wormgrass on the way back from eating bat flies. Very unfortunate. I feel like I've had just as much trouble that next Ivy's had when I've gone through here as well. It's just unfortunate that next Ivy's having this trouble now. I believe previously Next Ivy had 3 food in their belly, but because they had to reload, all 3 food do not exist. I don't know if that is just an expedition thing, but I have noticed that before. There have not been squares for I'm not even sure how long. All of these squares are not easy, except for bottom left. Except no one's in garbage. We've had 2 players in garbage. Neither of them completed them. Cozy died after the vulture? No, dude. This run will never end. Well, it will end when the timer reaches 2 hours. But there'll be some time till that happens. Sorna Pearl, in your stomach going to Pebble Summoner and pass down to your moon. We do not allow passage with key item. We do not allow passage with items. Wingadon. You can only bring whatever item is in your stomach with a passage. So you can only bring 1 item with you. If you know what you're doing, and you've done hunter runs specifically, carrying an item and have another item in your stomach is not too bad to get to moon. But it's just, are you willing to do that? You can put a neuron fly in your stomach, if you did not know. Cozy having more problems, all the way down to 2 karma. Very much anyone's game. Sky in Sky Islands, though, was able to ascend from the bottom of Chimney.
Like iRed's also going for that, but they're
I
a bit
don't
behind.
know if they actually want to go... What is their plan here? Why are we activating the Echo? Oh, are we going to be getting vulture cheese from Elred? I believe we are. Didn't think about this. Be very
I can't believe it's
big
come to this.
for blue that we are now on the vulture cheese. Elred doing very well, given the circumstances. Xivy's still having problems with the worm grass, which is unfortunate. Cozy's still going for more kills, but hasn't saved much. Saving the kills, so we'll see what Elred's able to do here for vulture cheese. I didn't see them get a grub, so we'll see if they spit one up or if they're going to go down and get one now. Maybe they'll think about it later. The thing about Nex Ivy dying here a lot is that every time you die as Survivor, it will refresh the food in the area 1 level at 50% chance. I believe if that rolls it 7 times, which I believe it's been over 7 times right now, so there's now becoming a chance that the popcorn plant that is above Nex Ivy's shelter will become available again.
Elred just killed a vulture with a pole plant, and then got bitten by lizards,
seems
but then
like
escaped.
They got out, though.
Oh, it's
Very
really
nice.
interesting.
Looks like Cozy's hovering over the enter every region except Farm Arrays square right now. If I'm them, I'm thinking about
Which
Subterranean.
wastes toll.
Oh, also that. Also, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
how am I dealing with Subterranean here? When do I want to actually go in that place? So one thing about entering regions in this square is the issue of you can actually enter the regions and then die, and then you still get progress for entering that region. Pole plant vultures. It's true. They always win. Pole plant apex predator. Fortunate white lizard from Elred here. All the things that could have been there. I didn't notice Elred's pathing from before, but it's unfortunate they did not bring a grub up with them initially.
No more vulture cheese.
Well, if they can kill some things, get some food, and get the grub when they come back up here, they won't actually be able to do it. Looks like they don't care about it anymore and actually just going to enter Sky Islands. Well, this end early, once a team locks 13 tiles in, they will win if a team gets 13, because there are no possible bingos right now. No animation for them. That is fine. We will know who wins. Don't worry about the funny animation. All that matters is that we know. Sky unfortunately had issues with the platforming in Sky Islands. Elred just underranked Sky Islands. Still not cleared and locked in because no one wants to be in garbage waste except for Cozy. Cozy is now in garbage waste. It appears like everyone had plans. Literally everyone had plans. And then stuff started going bad. And then literally everyone decided, hey, we're going to do this other thing now. So now Next Ivy appears to be going up a different path. I feel like, if I can get a grub, I'm doing drop grub in depths here. If I'm Next Ivy, because it's
there
like
are grubs in farm rates as well.
yes, because I'm like I'm having a bad time here. I just need to get a square that makes no sense that my team would get. And that would be it. It'd be really hard to do anything after getting that square. But just getting anything is huge right now in this big stalemate. And I believe it's been going on for 20 minutes. No squares from either side. Cozy's been thinking about picking up where Sky was. Looks like Sky's still having issues with jumping across this Sky Island jump. If you're not used to it, it is very hard.
Like Ired is going for the communications array pearl, even though there's one closer.
Do not think Elred knows of the new Downpour Pearl locations. That still works.
Yeah, there's just so many Skylands now with Downpour.
Yes. If you ever want to collect pearls for things, you just go to Skylands now. Looks like Nacu is able to starve, and they're not willing to go for more food. I'm just going to starve for now. And we'll see if this passage into Outskirts works out. If I'm them, I'm going to the drainage save and getting a popcorn, and I am never returning the farm arrays ever again.
And Sky got the closer pearl.
Looks like they're both getting very close. Oh, it's going to be quite a while before that becomes relevant. It's kind of the thought of, does one team or another want to go for the double, go for both the Neuron and the Sky Islands Pearl to Moon? Just one
They
or
wouldn't
the
be up to
other.
passage then.
I don't think any team, I don't think anyone has a passage right now. Farm Arrays Starflight.
Oh,
I do not
that spear
know
on Elred.
if Nex IV knows how to do that. And I don't know what just happened to Elred. Was there a scavenger that showed up?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
I only saw them get hit. I have no
Why
idea.
were they there? Why would this happen there? Of all places, I've never seen them there. Actually, I think I have, but it's like, why would that happen? I cannot believe that. That is horrible. Of everything that's been happening to everyone has just been really bad. Like, Cozy's the person that's been having the most luck, I feel like.
Wait, do
right
they need
now?
to bomb the top toll or
Even
the
that.
bottom one?
They have to bomb the toll in the middle of... Actually, let's check it right now. It might actually be the toll that Cozy just passed. Where is the map? Where is it?
I think if you hover over it, tells you with the description.
It will only tell me the room name, which I do not know which one that is. Garbage waste.
They got
C11.
the...
C11 is
Oh,
the
they had to
indoor one
pass the toll.
that Cozy
They
is
just
next
bombed
to.
it and passed it.
Did they actually bomb it?
Yeah. They just had to pass it as well.
Didn't seem like it did that, though. 'Cause there was still a bunch alive there. I mean, maybe that was just me. XIV is
think they-
in Outskirts for the first time.
I think
They
they
are
managed to
starving.
bomb it but missed most of the scavengers, so they weren't bad.
Very interested to see next IV crawl out of this hole they've been in. They are getting a decent bit of food. Fortunately, this isn't Monk. There isn't going to be baby centipedes around. Is an egg bug, however. Looks like there is enough food nearby. There's the ones by the drainage direction that I'm thinking about. If I'm them, I'm probably actually not going by the drainage direction just because I'm like, I can't die again. Walking by a pole plant is too scary. Legitimately, if I'm Hunter, I'm like, I don't want to walk by the kelp right now if I don't have a spear. I'm killing this pole plant right now. And they probably feel the same way, even though they just went back. Shadow really close to Cozy's position. I forget which gate this is, but I believe so, yes. So they
It's
can
to
immediately
shoreline.
be in here.
Yeah.
If you're in shoreline, I'm not really sure what else I'm really... Cozy's gonna steal it around and give it back. I will not allow that. It must be one from Pebbles.
Now Red Team only needs 2 squares to win.
I've also literally have told them that because they asked that to me at one point. At least someone did. Alright, just making sure that they know that. Because I don't want them to go all the way and then be like, oh, okay. Still not even 200 points from our participants. Next IV is finally out! Eons of torture finally ended! Alright. And Cozy gets the garbage waste square in bottom left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Red needs 2 more squares to win. And blue needs 5. So blue really needs at least one of the 2 give Moon an item squares. They need 6. Aren't they at... Oh, they do need 6. It is not 5. Just gets worse. Feel like maybe at this point, Alred needs to tell Nyx Ivy, hey, I know that was really bad, but you need to take the Black Squid Cicada. And bring it through 4 gates.
I wonder what Cozy's doing. Just drown.
I've been informed by production that literally was
right.
their plan. To go and steal a neuron.
Now they have to go to Pebbles if they want to do that. I think Sky and Elred are going for the same square, but Sky is ahead by a bit.
I think Cozy has a pre-cycle right now. They also just passage to Industrial. Very interesting.
Recycle might be good for getting points, because you have longer cycle.
They stay on the indoor areas of Industrial. That can also work out.
Oh, it just fell off bridge.
It's unfortunate for Elred. Next Ivy's into Chimney and into Industrial. No Black Squid Cicada. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Maybe it's just to get Karma up for now. The team icons have actually have any meaning or are statistic design. So every team has their own name. If you see the title of the stream, we also had it on the initial ambient scene when we were setting up. Elred and Nex Ivy are the Inquisitive, while Cozy Gift and Sky are the Collective. We are just referring to them as blue and red for the convenience for everyone and the color of the squares. Slug Pup spotted. I did not see them. They are not real. Slug Pups are not real. And cannot be trusted. Cozy has a pup. I shield my eyes from this. Pups can meow. They're superior. Okay.
Sky just died again going down to Sky Islands. And Elred is catching up now.
If Elred doesn't die on the final jump, they'll definitely have... Ooh, that's always scary.
That was close.
I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, this is very close there.
Oh, that was a cool jump.
Still pre-cycle for Cozy. Cozy going to LF. That would be weird, because I know they were really thinking about... They were hovering over the enter every region except Farmeray Square. Also, yes, I can give the artist for y'all in just a moment. So both me and Carcino Bunny worked with figuring out what symbols we wanted and what names for all of them. And then Glottal here that I have posted is the artist for all of them. If you are in the Rain World Bingo, all of the emotes are the team names. Don't know what's going on next Ivy's screen. This is a very unfortunate situation with the green and pink lizard. I'm not going anywhere near that. I hate this corner. It's always bad when this thing's in the way. I believe Elred got a pearl. I don't know what they're doing over here. They might not have enough karma to enter the gate here. Also, yes, we have all the emotes on the Twitch channel to be these slug pups. Merely because we do not have enough emote slots. Because otherwise we would have all 17 teams icons as the emotes for the channel. We do not have enough slots for that.
Looks like Sky is making it to industrial now.
Now I'm forgetting. They did get the Scions Pro, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like Sky bailed to only get one thing. Looks like Elred's trying to get both things to bring the moon at once. So if Sky really knows what they're doing, they can get 2 moon very fast right now. The whole path down from Chimney is actually really, really fast. I'm not sure what
It's pretty much one cyclable.
is going on Elred's stream. There appears to be a vulture stuck in a wall there. I don't know what I'm looking at. The Slugbutt appears to have died as everyone's 0-7ing. It is very unfortunate. Going through drainage.
Sub.
Going for dropping the grub.
How many regions do they need for every region except Farmers?
So it does include Pipe Yard. It does not include Submerged.
Okay.
And you don't have to go to
this
Metro.
kelp, yeah.
That's surprising. I don't know why there's a kelp there. That's very strange.
I think it's pre-cycle.
That makes sense and is so weird. I've never seen that before.
Possible to get past?
I don't know. That's so bad, though. Oh my goodness! If they had the slug pup, that would have been good. But I need to see this. Is that really a pre-cycle?
Yeah, it is on the map. That's evil. That's so hard to avoid.
Why would you do this? I don't think anyone could have predicted that. I can't believe that. Oh my goodness. What happened? I don't know. Cozy died to kelp. They passage to industrial, and then they were in industrial for a really long time. So I just assumed they woke up in industrial again, and now we're taking the gate. Fortunate, next time we're taking a death in drainage. It looks like they're also thinking about the grub in depths here. Unless that lizard is pinned. It is pinned, so they will get let go here. I don't know why they're going up there. There's just mushrooms. Well, there is a spear. Never mind. I don't know how you approach this. I think you don't approach that lizard. I think you just don't. Oh, that works too. He's not dead, though. So for Nacu, if you did not see it, as I'm being told from production, Cozy woke up outside of a shelter after they died to that kelp, which we're just gonna keep playing regardless. They respawned in HIBO4, even though the shelter they passaged to, which is they passaged to and then they died to the kelp, was HISO2. I'm gonna copy over the thing so you can see it. Cozy's still thinking about drainage. Very good to see that Next Ivy is going down to depths to drop that grub. I think they really
Wait,
do need to
Elred
do this.
is going up the wall.
Looks like they are going for both the Pearl and the Neuron at the same time. I have a feeling they're not going to get the Pearl, but they will, however, get the Neuron. And they're also going to be the only player to go and enter 5 Pebbles. They still have the chance to do the enter every region except Farm Arrays. And I believe at this point they just need Pipe Yard and Subterranean once they enter 5 Pebbles. Any underhang enjoyers? No. Coming out of the woodwork. Oh no. Alright. This match has already gone half an hour longer than I expected. Nothing has happened in 40 minutes. Literally nothing. 1 square has been gotten in 40 minutes. Video game is impossible. Sky will eventually get to Moon, however, because they are going the right path, and Shaded and Shoreline are pushovers. So I have faith. That puts Red in position to win with only 1 more square, which I feel like if I'm Cozy, I actually might want to kill things. But they already tried that, so I think they're over it. And now they're going for dropping Grub into depths, which Next Ivy's ahead here. And we'll be able to block that. And then Next Ivy will have the... No, Railroad will have the chance to fully block everything. And then it's going to be weird. I feel like Elred... I feel like what's going to have to happen is Next Ivy gets the Grub into Depths Pit. And then Next Ivy has to get the Squid through 4 gates for Blue to win. Because Elred will get everything else, but will not have time to get the Black Squid Cicada through 4 gates. So Next Ivy needs to figure out a way to drop this down there and then get a Black Squid Cicada. Ooh, it's so... Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares for Red. If nothing bad happens, Sky locks in 1 more. And then Cozy's shut down and doesn't really have much of a choice once Next Ivy gets their square. I don't actually know if they have a Grub, however. I only assume that they do. Except we're going to sleep in Subterranean here. Elred's going to finish the ascent up here. Cozy will actually make it through this time. I cannot believe Squid Cicada through 4 gates is legitimately, like, the big square right now.
And still no point squares.
Yes. Which is why I think Elred has the highest amount of points right now. So they're probably going to get the 200. The 80 is in a weird spot where anyone can really get it, but I don't know how good Sky is at this game. I don't want to say this as a bad thing. I don't know if Sky would ever go for the 80-point square. I know Cozy will. I know Elred will. Next Ivy probably doesn't feel good about it right now either. So it's kind of who is going to do what. The clutches of lesbianism takes another no. The two kelps win. Oh no. I have not seen those kelp kill anyone for a while.
I actually died to it the other day.
It is the moment you fall down there, it's hard to get to the teleport. The pass. I can't even say things right. The shortcut right there. Oh. Sky's back in industrial. Oh no! So if they have any more issues, which right now they can't enter shaded because of this. So now Elred can catch up and get that other square from there. Oh. Also, yes, you can ask another question regarding Streamlabs. Also, for everyone that knows, so a friend of mine, who some know as Fletcher, was playing Rain World video game. Unrelated conversation was happening. At which point, for some reason, the clutches of lesbianism was mentioned, and now forever, those two kelps are the clutches of lesbianism. You cannot run. A fortunate death for Next Ivy. Now Cozy's right there. Clutches of what? Who? Sorry. If you're not used to moving through Subterranean, this is very hard. I don't know a lot of Next Ivy's experience with some of these places. And so it is understandable that they don't know how to move past a lot of these lizards here. Because once you know the trick, it is not too bad.
Cozy and Sky both complete their goals, and Red wins.
Which is unfortunate. Cozy still needs to save after, so nobody knows really what's going to happen. It is unfortunate Next Ivy wasn't able to stop them. Elred just needs to get a neuron and then needs to move on. Like, they got one. They need to not accidentally eat it now. Sky can still have issues, and then Elred can overtake them. Then we'll see where the stuff with Cozy goes.
They're at the pit now.
Right, so Cozy did get it, so now they just need to save. Also, yes, why is every letter in everyone's name capital, but the Allen name is not capital? I feel like I shouldn't explain this right now. But also, the font, Redondo, or whatever it's called, is only capital letters. Next Ivy found a good way out of that pit, but they still got too many lizards in the way. They did find a lantern, which will work out for them. But I think it is too late for Cozy winning here, unless they die to the moles right here. Which is possible. They are getting delayed enough. Looks like Cozy was still able to get by the mole lizards here. It looks like they're about to lock it in right as XIV is getting it. So it's so unfortunate. Almost got it. But Cozy just got it in time here. If Sky has any issue, the only way Blue can win right now is if Sky has any issues on the way to delivering this pearl, and Elred can stop them. At this point, the only thing Nex Ivy can do is kill things for 80 points or 200, or go for Squid Skater through 4 gates. But man, Cozy just has been shutting down Nex Ivy left and right today. Looks like they're purposely taking a death so they can get out of subterranean, which is probably the best thing they should do right now. I don't know where they end up. Oh, they're at the top of subterranean. Red still needs one more square. And Sky's getting there. They're actually going to take the save in Shaded this time, so that he not get sent all the way back to Industrial. So it's all, I believe in Elred being consistent here and being able to get all the way down to where they need to be. But it's more on Red Team making a mistake here. Cozy also just able to do whatever. But honestly, both Nex Ivy and Cozy are just kind of stuck here. This is not a good place to be. Oh, wow, everything's changed in this hour and a half. Sky did already die to the kelps immediately in Shoreline. So maybe it happens again. But they did save in Shaded here. Cozy taking the drainage way to get out of here. Red's still on the wall. I don't know why. Maybe they're not as comfortable going down the wall. I've taken so many paths down the wall that I'd be at the bottom of Chimney right now. So I know it is hard for me to understand sometimes. Alright, Sky making sure they don't die to the kelp. Those kelp, you know the ones. We're all just looking at Sky right now. Everyone else is trying to just dig them out of the hole, and then Elred is bringing the last hope for Blue Team here. But it's all on if Sky makes a mistake. Which feels bad to say. We want you to mess up right now, Sky. Actually, don't do that. Maybe this match should end. It's already been an hour and a half. So normally, so everyone knows, in the past, matches have been Not even making it to an hour in our previous events. Also, Cozy, I don't agree with their pathing here. I do not believe they can get out here. You can do this with one spear, but you really need two. If they are good at wall pounces, they can also do this. Actually, wait, they made that pole longer. I forgot about that. It used to only be possible if you had one or two spears. But they made that pole longer so you can actually go through here now. Much easier. Something for people to know that is a downpour only thing, that pole being a bit longer. Sky is almost at Moon, bringing the Sky Island Pearl. The moment they give it to Moon and then save, Red will win. Don't know where Cozy's going, it doesn't matter now. They just need to get out of Subterranean. It's very hard to get out of Subterranean. The big things for them is kills and Squid Cicada. I hope Sky has the Pearl. If they somehow forgot to put the Pearl in their stomach, I don't know what's even going on anymore. But Elred is still coming down with both the Pearl and the Neuron at the same time. I think Elred could have overtaken Sky if they only took the Pearl. But would that have been the better play? I don't know. I think what Elred has done has been very, very good. But the situation was just not a winnable one. Alright, we're just waiting here for the ending, and Sky doesn't make the final jump. That's fine. We're dragging it out now. When will Elred magically teleport directly to Moon? Instantly winning. Next, I'll be doing the swims through drainage. Well, that is a very hard thing to do. If you're not experienced with it, it's very easy to die through there. The trick is to not press jump ever, and to wiggle your character like a snake. It's much easier with Downpour, given the changes to swimming, and you no longer float up naturally.
Or you do, they just made it logarithmic instead of linear.
Yes. It's more on when you... It really takes hold when you are drowning as well, when you've started the drowning. So it's not going to be just as bad. Alright, Sky just needs to save.
Saves here, they win.
Ivy makes it out of the swim here. Elred's getting into shaded right now. Cozy is doing whatever they want to do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 squares. And that is game for Red Team. I'll let everyone know here. Thank you all for both teams for playing this. This was a very good match. I think everyone had a lot of bad luck here. Not having the score squares finished here is a bit surprising, but this is Survivor. It is a bit harder to do that. It's not Monk, at least. Very glad to see the good strategy and the quick thinking from both teams, really. Blue team getting that kelp kill and getting the two Hazer gates at the same time. Very, very good. It worked out really well, Elred's passing through Shoreline and then shaded. Ivy had a lot of problems with farm arrays, but everything slowly worked out. Cozy was just there shutting them down the whole time. That's just something that'll happen sometimes, and you can't always control that. Cozy and Sky, though, slowly, solidly getting squares over time. But even then, we had the big stint. 40 minutes, only one square. All right. Congratulations to Cozy and Sky, our second match of this tournament. Our next match, so just so everyone knows, and if you're in the Discord, we will be posting when the next matches are. We have multiple scheduled up. The next one will be the 16th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. The next one after that will be the 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern. And another one after that is scheduled for the 21st at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And so right now, those are the ones we have scheduled. But we will have more scheduled as we intend to have another 7 matches after this one before the end of next week, so before the 24th. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, everyone. And so if you are interested in seeing more matches and knowing exactly when they happen, 1, follow this channel. 2, we do have a Twitter that we post on. I understand if you don't want to look at that, that is okay. And that's why we also have the Discord stream, or the Discord that we will also be posting on. We're not going to ping everyone on every single match because that'll be a lot of pinging. But we will post in the announcements channel when we go live and when next matches are scheduled. But thank you all for watching. And yeah, we will see y'all Sunday. You have anything to end as well, Polar Cat?
Not really. Thanks for letting me commentate. I didn't do that much commentating, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's all right. I definitely, first time I did commentating, I also basically did the same as well. It's definitely something you gotta get more experience with. All right, we'll see you all later. Thank you all for watching.